Hello Capricorn, welcome to my channel, Autumn and the Mage. This is a general reading in regards to love for Capricorn. It is general, so it might not resonate with you. If you were drawn to the video, then perhaps there is a message intended for you here. Or perhaps the entire message is intended for you, but if some part of it doesn't resonate for you, if it doesn't feel like your truth, then don't try to force it. Just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So this week I am working with this deck here called the Journey of Love Oracle, and I'm pulling out a card for your past, your present, and your future in regards to love. Maybe in regards to a specific connection, but in regards to love in general. I did this reading for you guys. I think it wasn't last week. Last week I was terrible and had too much real life happening, so I didn't get readings done. But the week before, and wow, I don't know if you watched it, but like it was a whole lot of, I can't tell you the answer. Like I can't show you the future. It was a very interesting reading. You might want to go check it out. But anyway, can we get a card for the past? The future for Capricorn in regards to love. So this reading is in regards to love, but like I said, it might be in regards to a specific connection, or it might just be in regards to you and love, and your approach to love or your reaction to it, something along those lines, your opening up to it. We'll have to see where it goes, but also I have many, many children in my house today, so I apologize if the volume level behind me gets a little bit out of control. Can I get one more card for future energy? Okay. All right. So in the past, we have card 52, which says the Ancient Ones. In the present energy, we have card 2, which it says within nothing, there is everything. That's so interesting because your future card, it talked about the space between words. That was one of them, and the void was the other. You've got two cards in your future before, and I was talking to my friend about these readings, and for me personally, it seemed like the readings ended up being like for a week-long period, because I did this reading for myself as well. But then I did it later. I did it at a later date, and it ended up being a larger period, like a 1-month period. So it really seems to vary for everybody. But anyway, I think it's interesting that you had the void and the space between words here. And then we have within nothing, there's everything, which is kind of a similar kind of, I don't know, like the void is like nothing. But in the void, when we were talking about it, it really had to do with, well, you should go watch that if you feel inspired to do it. But in your future, we have card 58, which is beauty. This is a fantastic card, actually. It's a great future for an individual and for a relationship, but for an individual, definitely. But I'm going to read to you from the book because I think these messages are important to hear completely. So I'm going to do that, and then we're going to clarify with the Heaven and Earth Tarot. So your past, the Ancient Ones, is 52. The Ancient Ones. Your spiritual growth is now acknowledged and witnessed by the Heavenly Ones that see beyond time and space into the reality of your soul. Do not lose heart if your spirituality is not fully acknowledged, understood, or appreciated by those around you in the physical world as yet. Though they may love you, it is most likely that their vision is still bound by time and space, and they cannot see into the very real gains that you have made in the subtle worlds, where all true spiritual growth begins. So the Ancient Ones reach out to you and bring this message. We see you, beloved. We honor your growth. It is real, it is palpable, and soon it will manifest fully in the physical world with breathtaking beauty. That's interesting. We honor your light. Namaste. This oracle brings guidance that you have taken a leap in personal growth. If you are still testing it in the physical world, trying to translate your inner changes into outer experiences, take heed. It's only a matter of time before you see reflected back to you in your physical world what you have become within, and you will see it mirrored back to you in the eyes of those around you in sacred relationship too. And then there's this poem. Here's wishing you some sunshine the day after rain. Here's a hug of understanding when life seems filled with pain. Here's knowing that emotion, like wind, blows many ways, and our course will seem more certain with the dawn of each new day. So in the past, you were experiencing a spiritual awakening. You were, but I mean, we're asking in regards to love, right? So to apply that to love, it may be that your understanding of love, like your understanding of what it is and how it relates to yourself and how you share it and express it, or how you want to share it and express it, all of that was growing. Like you were having a deeper, you were connecting with that deeper, on a deeper level. Whew, words sometimes. Anyway, that's what was happening for you in the past. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this current energy, which is card 2. Within nothing, there's everything. It sounds almost scary, doesn't it? Within nothing, but so did the void. But that really ended up being positive cards in your future. But anyway, within nothing, there is everything. From a point of stillness, a moment, a complete universe is opening up to you, endlessly expanding. Your every thought and intention sends ripples of consciousness through the universe. What a creative being you are. You are sending consciousness into motion, bringing your creation into being with every inner desire, with every whispered wish. The universe receives your yearning and aspirations with open arms, returning them to you as manifestation in your life. What is really in your heart? Open your arms, sigh, speak your heart truth out loud to the loving universe and receive it as your destiny manifesting now. This oracle brings a message to you. Something that you want is on its way to you. It may seem to be coming out of nowhere, no sign on the horizon to give you hope, yet it is coming to you anyway. It is spiritual law that you cannot be denied the manifestation of your heart's desire. Trust and remain open to the tide of universal love rushing toward you, swelling within you now. And it says, the wind moves gently, through trees quietly water flows. Life's song calls softly. Well, this is about manifestation. I mean, it's saying that you've asked for something, and the universe is showing you that you have the power to create what you want. And manifestation has to do with knowing, like believing. It's interesting because the beauty card here, I'm going to read the beauty card too, which is 58. It's in the future energy for you. And like I said, this time frame might be different for each of you, but it may be really quick. This might happen really quickly, or it might happen over the course of some time. It'll be different, like I said, for each of you. But 58, beauty. To celebrate the divine feminine is to honor her beauty, her endless bounty and abundant creativity. You are a vehicle of her beauty. This is radiance that has nothing to do with soul-destroying cultural stereotypes based on physical appearances. It is the radiance that comes from feeling beautiful within, of allowing all that you are to shine through you and be witnessed in the world. You are being asked to let the inner beauty become one with your physical self. You don't have to change the way you look to become more of the divine beauty that you are. You just need to change the way you look at yourself. Behold the divine within you. You are in the process of healing past wounds about your appearance, your body, and your sexuality, finding purity in all of yourself and becoming ready to share that with others in a deeper and more open way without shame or self-criticism. Take your time and fall in love with what you are. Then you can become not the victim of others' own projected shame, but the love necessary for the shame of the world to heal. This oracle indicates a significant change in self-perception taking place within you, an ability to love and accept yourself more completely than you ever have before, quite simply because you have grown, and there is more divinity awakened in your heart than ever before. The nature of the divine is love, and you are realizing that you don't have to change to be beautiful. Allow this development to grow swiftly and embrace your uniqueness, beloved. You are an exquisite flower in the heavenly garden. This says, how many times I've looked into your eyes and sailed away beyond my dreams to a sheltered thought on a quiet beach where the sand is soft as flour. You may never know this place, and someday when you look in my eyes, I will tell you. So this card is about like accepting your own beauty, accepting yourself, like accepting what you feel, accepting what you, accepting your own beauty, and also just, yeah, that's what this really is. It's about acceptance. Okay. So number 2, within nothing, there is, and so it's your, this is like manifestation. This is being in a state of manifestation and being able to create what you want. Oh, and that's what I was saying. In manifesting, you have to know that what you want is something you deserve. Like you have to know it. You have to know that what you're asking for, you will get. There's like a faith in it. There's you have to trust that and you have to believe it in order to be able to manifest it into your life, which is a really hard step. People don't realize how hard that is to communicate that to the universe, that you believe that you can have this, that you believe you will have it. It's harder to communicate than it sounds, just the words coming out. Anyway, but a step of that is actually this step here, is accepting who you are and everything about you. And when you do that, it gives you, so it almost feels like these are out of order. It feels like this should happen first and then this should happen. But maybe part of what you've asked for is this acceptance here. Maybe part of what you're calling for, what you've sent out to the universe, is an acceptance of self. And whatever it is you're feeling, and recognize that you are beautiful just as you are. And whatever it is you're doubting, whatever it is you're questioning, perhaps that's what you're asking for in this, is this acceptance of your own self, acceptance of who you are and how you feel, and the ability to share that, because this is really about sharing yourself, sharing your beauty with everyone around you, all the people that you care about. And so maybe what you're manifesting is this acceptance and this ability to like share that. I feel like I'm repeating myself and I hate when I do that. Anyway, let's go ahead and pull out tarot on this. Capricorn, let's start with the ancient ones, which talks about your own growth, and your own like a deepening understanding of who you are and what's important to you and what you want. That's what this is referring to here, okay? So let's go ahead and clarify that. I don't know that these cards need much clarification. This feels like a complete story to me, but we'll go ahead and see if the tarot has any kind of additional statements to make on it. Can you clarify the ancient ones, 52? We get the 4 of Cups, okay? And the 3 of Cups. Oh, that's interesting. And the 4 of Cups, it came out first. The 3 of Cups was after it. But so the 4 of Cups talks about it's interesting when you look at the cards in different ways. They kind of, the meaning of the card kind of shifts according to the question. Okay, so but in this case, we're just looking at clarification of these cards here. And so the 4 of Cups itself, it talks about being kind of, you filled these cups here, and they're upright, okay, and you filled them, and you wanted to fill them because they mean something to you, but it's not enough. It's almost like not enough. It's a feeling of it's kind of a feeling of boredom or apathy, but also kind of a focus on it, like this is sort of disappointment, okay, and like you've put your energy into these cups, you've filled these cups, but they're not enough. It's not satisfying to you. There's something else that you need. There's something else that you want. And but it's a focus on that, and in that you're missing an opportunity, okay? And that's what this card represents. But I think in this situation that you were finding that you didn't that you filled your cups, and they mean a lot to you, and they're very important to you, but yeah, that they're not enough, that there's something else, there's something missing, there's something that you want that's not here. And but a kind of a focus on that negative, like focusing on or just like not, maybe not focusing on, maybe that's the wrong word, but like um allowing yourself to just be caught up in these, and in doing that, you're missing opportunities that are coming up around you. But after that, we get the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is about friendship, first off, okay? And it's about having a good time with people and joining with people and just like finding the joy, really. This is a card about joy. It's about laughter and just having good times with people. And maybe that's what you were missing. You know, maybe that's what you needed more of. Maybe that's what you discovered here, is that you didn't have enough just celebration in your life, enough joy in your life. I don't know. This Three of Cups can mean different things. This is also a reconciliation card. So maybe there's somebody in your past that you wanted to connect with, and that's what this is about for you. Or like bring a friendship closer together, you know, or a relationship possibly. However you connect with that message there. But yeah, that's what it's saying here. There was like disappointment, or just definitely not excited. This person's not excited to be here, and they're just so zoned out that they can't see opportunities around them. Yeah. So that's what we have there. Let's go ahead and see if we can get clarification on within nothing, there's everything. Within nothing, there's everything. We get the Four of Pentacles, which actually is holding on tightly to something. Within nothing, there's everything. And with this card, and what it was saying is that you have the ability to create, right? I think that message, within nothing, there's everything, I don't feel like I understood why those words were used, because it implies that you have nothing, right? And so you're creating something from nothing. I know that this is going to be really weird for some of you. I'm sorry. And it's just the art in this picture. Okay. And so I just have to point it out. I feel like this happens a lot in Capricorn readings. I don't know why, but this looks like if you've ever been pregnant and had an ultrasound, this makes me think of the uterus, okay? And in the ultrasound, you can see yourself, and then inside of it you see like a baby, like in this like open area here, there's like a baby. And I don't know why, but it, especially when you look at it in this on this page, it looks so much like an ultrasound. I don't know if that's what um man, I mean, if you were feeling like you were missing something, I don't know, maybe this has to do with a child. I don't know. That's just what is standing out to me, so I feel the need to say it. But the Four of Pentacles is holding on tightly to something, holding on very tightly to something. And so and being very protective of it. It's something that's important to you and you don't want to let go of, and you're holding on very protectively to it, okay? Almost too tightly. That's what this Four of Pentacles is. And maybe that has to do with what it is that you're trying to manifest. This like idea, Pentacles represent physical things, you know, they represent things we touch, things that we feel, things we manipulate. So perhaps what you're trying to manifest, what you're trying to create, has to do with something that you're not holding, that you really are holding tightly to. I don't know. I really feel like it made sense for you to be manifesting this acceptance of self. So maybe this relates to you in some other way. I'm not sure. You'd have to. I imagine it applies to each of you differently, people watching this, but I mean, it says here that something that you want is on its way to you. It may seem to be coming out of nowhere, no sign on the horizon to give you hope, yet it is coming to you anyway. So, I mean, it may be that there's just something that you've been holding on to, an idea that you've been holding on to, a desire that you've been holding really tightly to, that you haven't let go, that's kind of precious to you, and something you've protected it from the world. You maybe haven't shared it with many people, whatever this pentacle is, okay? We get the Two of Cups, okay? The Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. The Two of Cups, of course, is relationship and love. The Six of Pentacles is about balance and about equal give and take. It's also about generosity, so it can be about generosity. But Eight of Swords is being stuck in a thought, like trapping yourself in a idea or a concern or a fear, okay? And allowing yourself to be stuck in it to the point that you can't move forward, but it's all self-imposed. So there's something here about love, about a connection. This is a special connection. This is soulmate energy. This is not just soulmate energy, but friendship, you know, and with this equal give and take, a balance of both giving and both receiving in this connection, okay? But feeling stuck. Wow, I hope this resonates for you. I hope this makes sense to you. Let's go ahead and look at the future energy 58. Can you please clarify beauty 58? Oh, the cards are just so weird. We have the Hierophant, which is taking a step forward. The Hierophant is progression, okay? However you look at him, he can also represent marriage. He represents a lot of different things, but truly the Hierophant is about progression. Sometimes progression in spirit, sometimes progression in like our own spiritual path. But in a connection, it's about taking that next step in the connection, whatever that means to you, like whatever next step it is that you're taking. For some people, that's like seriously dating just each other's. For some, that's moving in together. Some, that's marriage. I mean, it's different for everybody, but the Hierophant is that step forward, okay? But it's also on an individual basis, it's about a deeper connection with self and a deeper connection with spirit and intuition and like moving forward and upward in that path. So, and then we get to the Seven of Pentacles, which has to do with, well, it has to do with waiting, really. in the Seven of Pentacles, you've planted your seeds. You've put all this work into something. You've invested all this energy into something, and you're kind of just waiting for it to manifest so that you can like be rewarded for all of that work. But in this card here, in the Seven of Pentacles, all the work's been done. All you can do is sit there and kind of wait. And so it's about a waiting energy and a pause kind of energy, and an anticipation of what will come and what you will have. And it's also about being willing to put in the work to get to something. So these are both really, it's like there's some kind of future that you've been looking for, some kind of, I'm sorry, I have to pause just one sec. So sorry. It was my dad calling. You have to answer your dad when he calls, okay? Anyway, this is about wanting to invest, and there's something that you've invested in that you're waiting on, and that has to do with this Hierophant, and this, which is, like I said, movement into the future. I think that it's interesting. Sometimes when you clarify, the clarification actually ends up being something like in addition to what you're reading, or like it's happening around like the basic reading, and maybe that's what's happening here. Or maybe you understand all of this and it all makes sense to you, because all I'm doing is reading what's here. So sometimes I can't connect all of the dots because it's not me, it's not my life, and this is not my experience. But I hope that you can connect all these dots and that it makes sense to you and that you understand how they all relate to each other. But yeah, let's go ahead and get a Lover's Oracle message for you here, Capricorn. Okay, I want to see if there's more. I don't know why that feels like there might be. Okay, there we go. So we get 2 messages. This one here, which says, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to your soul. And this actually connects, I feel like it connects to this, understanding, the ancient ones having that deeper understanding of what love is to you, and what it means to you and how you want to express it. Okay. And even moving into this beauty card, and acceptance of whatever it is, if that makes any kind of sense. And then we get this card, which says trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Oh my gosh. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. That's interesting. And maybe that's what this is, I don't know. It'll resonate for you how it resonates. So thank you for watching this video. I hope that this brought you some clarity in your connection or in your love life in general. But thank you again for watching. Please remember to move forward with positive thinking and positive words, with generosity and gratitude. Sorry. Because we draw on what we think, we draw on what we say. If we are generous and grateful, we draw on more ways to be generous with those we love and more things to be grateful for. So please remember to focus on the positive. And again, thank you so much. I appreciate your support by watching this video. It means a lot to me, so thank you. And good luck to you in this and anything else that you're working on. I hope I see you again here in the future. Bye.